Welcome to Ladygang. I am Becca Tobin here with Jack Vanek and Kelty Knight.
Hello, lady.
Hello.
Oh my God. You guys.
What?
Just hi.
Hi.
Hi. How's it
doing?
going?
Well, no one's noticed my glasses.
Oh,
I
shit.
have. I saw them this weekend.
So
Yeah.
did I.
These
Do
are
we
my
want
real.
to talk about them?
Oh, I mean, no, these are my real glasses. This is just a pair of glasses that I ordered with my prescription that I saw on a young influencer on TikTok. And I thought this could be great on me. I think we're continuing my glasses journey, but I think I need more coverage. It's a rimless. And I think when you're old, the joy of glasses is that it covers up your puffy face.
Mm-hmm.
And so the fact that this is rimless and you can just still see my puffy face is unfortunate. So I'm skipping. But I did find a pair.
I like them because they're very low profile and they're almost like you're not wearing anything. It's basically like a big contact.
Yeah. I like them for certain things. They're very light, which is very comfortable. No, I found a pair. I got them. They're not here yet, but I will show them soon. They are small aviators, like teeny tiny aviators, but they're tortoise shell.
Did you put them on your Instagram?
Yes.
Those were cute.
Yeah. And they're from a company called Salt by Erewhon here in LA. And we were just walking through on Chris's birthday. And I was like, and he picked them out. He was like, put all the glasses on me. He's like, I like this one. I was like, it's so weird. It's so like aggressive. And he's like, no, it's cool. And I was like, all right, well, you're cooler than me. So that's what I got, but they're not here yet. Because of course, a progressive lens takes a long time to make.
They're specialty, baby.
Can't just get it. Just can't get it in a week. Got to really build out that bifocal.
We really do.
Wow. All right.
Okay.
Well, it's time for
Good week.
Yes, it is.
Bad week. Oh, no.
Would you like to go first? Anybody?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Becca's gonna hate this one.
Oh,
Kelty will love it, and then Kelty will hate it. So so I never had a stuffed animal as an adult. I mean, I have Smiley, of course, but I've never bought a new one until I started buying. I got a Squishmallow for a present when I had my fibroid surgery. My friend sent me a grapefruit Squishmallow to represent the fibroid. And then I got another Squishmallow. So now I have two. And then they've made their way to the bed. So now I'm sleeping with the Squishmallows.
Good.
And you know what? It's like, I really understand an adult stuffed animal. It's really speaking to my soul. I don't have to heal my inner child because I thankfully had a really good childhood, but it's really fueling my inner child. And there's these new stuffed animals at Costco because they sell Squishmallows, and now they sell this new one. And I saw a picture of it on Instagram, and I'm like, Mom, I have to get this. So they went to Costco, and I got a new stuffed animal.
No.
Wait,
no.
This is the most disturbing thing.
It's called what's it called? A fuggo?
I'm sort of mad at you that this is a podcast and people can't see this.
They're called fugglers, okay? Look them up or go to Costco and find your own. They're like Squishmallows, but they're ugly, but I love them.
It
The
has
most
teeth.
jacked up teeth you've ever seen.
Is
in your
the
life.
teeth okay? So it's like an open mouth with some teeth. This is like my high school teeth right here. Is what we're looking at. Are the teeth hard or are the teeth also soft?
The teeth are hard. They're plastic.
Oh,
Blech.
I was really hoping you weren't
They
going
were
to say
soft.
that.
They're not soft, and it has two eyes that are super wide apart. So I think it's the most adorable thing ever.
What does Jared say?
Well, I was like, Jared's going to hate me because he's like, dude, you're sleeping with a pound of stuffed animals on the bed. This is bad. You look like a 5-year-old. But I'm like, now it's part of my OCD routine and I can't get rid of them. This is just for show because the fuggler is not comfy.
Please, thank God. It does not look
teeth aren't
comfortable.
Wait, it's just getting worse. You have it for show.
Well, he's my
you just spent all this money renovating your house. You showed us the pipes and shit like that, and you're gonna bring this fuggler into your beautiful new cabinetry?
I honestly feel like he might go along with my decor.
No. The South of France decor and the fuggler are not in the same house.
Well, anyways, I think it's the cutest thing ever. It's funny. My mom dropped him off yesterday, and I'm like, isn't it the cute? Isn't he so cute? And she goes, he looks like something that you would like. Because I'm like, this is my vibe. This is when I used to draw things when I was a kid. they would look exactly like him. So I feel like the Fuggler is made
He
just
looks
for
a little
me.
bit like Stitch, like Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, a
but
little
like,
bit.
with
But
like
a little.
jacked
He
up
looks like
teeth.
a brain-eating amoeba in like a book.
I think he's the cutest thing ever. I will be keeping
What
him.
part am I going to hate?
Just that he is so ugly.
And then what part do I
She
like?
liked
That
she
he's a
liked,
stuffed animal.
Oh. Okay.
You know, I saw something on Instagram recently that said like the people who need more pillows in their bed, like it's higher mental illness or something like this.
Well, mine is definitely
that.
an OCD thing for sure.
I believe it.
It's definitely satisfying and fueling something within me. But
Yeah.
now I can't stop. Okay, so
Disturbed.
I know, sorry.
That was so ugly.
I guess it's like a double good week. I don't even know what it is. But anyways, we were in Florida last weekend and we had some drinks and we were talking about the Blue Origin thing. And this is something that Kelty told me that I was like, no way.
What?
We were talking about like Katy. I don't think you even heard when she said this. We were talking about Katy Perry, you know, obviously Gayle King went on and Kelty goes, I texted Gayle King after she got back.
Yes.
And I was like, you texted Gayle King after the Blue Origin flight? And she was like, yeah, we're friends. Then you were talking about how you bought her a pair of like diamond earrings or something like that.
Yeah.
Can you tell me the story?
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
So as a thank you it wasn't diamonds. As a thank you, she did this beautiful interview with me about my hysterectomy
Yes, that's what it
last
was.
year. And as a thank you, you know, I'm big into thank yous. And she did the interview and then she sent me like a throw pillow or a throw blanket that I think is real fur. Like it's like so rich.
Yeah,
it was like I looked it up. It was like $1,400. Like that's some rich shit right there. So we are friends. Thank you so much. Anyway, so she sent the thank you and then I had to send a thank you. And I had gotten her these really cool earrings because she, you know, she's on morning TV and whatever. And I was like, they were really cool. They had a porte or whatever. And I sent them. They were not spendy, but like a little bit. And then she wrote back. She's like, oh my God, thank you so much. I'm going to have to get these made into clip-ons. You know, I don't have my ears pierced. And I was like, what do you mean you don't have your ears pierced? Like, how is this possible? And she's like, I'm scared. And like, I think it's going to hurt. So when she got back from space, I texted her, Hey, brave lady, super proud of you. Welcome back to Earth. I guess you can get your ears pierced now. She know right back.
Oh my God.
Well, in her defense, she probably got 5,000 DMs.
No, she when I see her, she will remember and she'll be like, oh my God, blah, blah. But it's just so funny. Like, I just do think I'm friends with everyone, but yeah.
Well, it was reminding me of when you texted Ariana Grande when she went through her breakup. Some like an inspirational quote, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She will get over Pete Davidson. And look at her. She did. I was right.
She did. Yep. She absolutely did. All right. I thought that was so funny. I was like, you texted Gayle King? What the
Wow.
Yeah, well,
I guess it does make more sense. You do.
It does.
Know her.
It tracks. I'll go next.
It's so weird to me when people don't have their ears pierced.
I know.
Yeah, it's like very
especially
rare to
an
find
adult
a woman.
lady on a TV.
Well, you
like,
know
all
what
you have is your ears. That's
you
what
know
people
what
say every morning.
You know what really hurts is a clip-on like heavy ass earring.
Nothing worse.
Yeah. Ugh.
I know she didn't. She was like, I'll give these to my assistant. Okay.
Yeah.
Becca?
Okay, so you guys know that we sort of rescued a dog, Rhett, the Bernedoodle. It was people in our neighborhood who bought this dog at a charity auction, got the dog home, and they were like, this is just not working for our house. And the dog had been having play dates with Barbara. His name was Rhett. And so the family was like, would you want to take him? So we were like, yeah, let's try it out. You know, he was so cute. He's so cute. But however, over several months, it was beginning to be very much a full-time job dealing with this Bernedoodle. They're very hyperactive. They require a lot of exercise, and Barbara is a very lazy lady, and she's not down. He was destroying our house, and so Zach called the neighbor and was like, hey, it's kind of not working. We're not gonna, you know, send this dog back or whatever. But when we took him from you, I use rescue, and it's obviously not a rescue. It's it's a joke. You had mentioned that there were a lot of families that wanted him. So if it didn't work out with us, then you could, give him to another family.
Mm-hmm.
So I was really devastated because I was like, he's going to go now to a third home. So I had like very much remorse. I had to brainwash myself into thinking that we were simply fostering.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, we're going to f him up for life. Like, this is the worst thing ever. Should we just try to make it work? Blah, 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 blah. So then I went to Mexico and Zach's like, Tim found a new family that's dying for this dog. Like, he's going to go. And I said, just have him pick up Rhett when I'm in Mexico. I can't be there. I literally can't be there when he picks him up. And then he picks him up and Tim is planning on taking Rhett to the next family the next day. But then Tim called Zach and was like, I don't know what happened over there, but now he's like the perfect dog and we're keeping him.
What?
So even though I feel like a horrible, horrible person that I couldn't like give my life over to this dog, he's back with the original family.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. I think it was just, so many things are like a timing thing too. And they have a small child as well. And I think when things are just not perfect and if your kid's having issues and the dog's having issues, you're like, this is insurmountable stress that you can't put up with, or you can, but it's like, why? So the dog, Rhett is no longer my dog, which is so weird.
Bye, Rhett.
Bye, Rhett.
But he's back with his family, so hopefully he doesn't have any puppy trauma.
Yeah, he was just taking a vacation with you. He didn't know.
It was like training.
Yeah.
Barbara probably taught him how to be a good dog, and he just could get away with it at your house. And then
that's what I think happened. I think Barbara did. She potty trained him for sure because we definitely didn't do a thing, but he still was potty trained. And I think, she just like gave him some calm energy, even though for us it wasn't quite calm enough. We're like calm dog people. We cannot have
the craziness.
So, I feel like kind of a bad person, but it worked out.
I think this is great.
I know. It like honestly couldn't have worked out better.
Yeah. Best case scenario.
Okay.
I love it.
So that's a good and a bad week.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. My bad week is that Chris was short with me for the first time I think that I can remember in our entire relationship.
What happened?
It was so crazy. You guys are going to laugh. So Chris is a huge hockey fan. Last year I got him season tickets to the Kings, which he loved. And we went all the time. And I even wear a Kings sweatshirt, even though I'm an Oilers girl because I'm from Edmonton. So I've been very torn. And every year for the last 5 years, Oilers, my hometown, Edmonton, and Kings play each other in the first round. And it is a very hard time to be us because I don't actually care. I just want whatever is going to make Chris happy. So sorry to all my Edmontonians that are listening, but like, I just want Chris to be happy. So I root for the Kings until they're out, and then I'll root for the Oilers after. Anyway. So, but every time I go to the game with Chris, they lose. So I had to stop going to the game. Like, it's a me problem.
You're a bad luck charm.
I'm a bad luck charm. So we've been watching the playoffs. They won the first 2 games, the Kings, and then they lost 2. And I was like, you know what? It's me because he was out of town. And I sat on the couch while I was like looking at my computer and stuff. And I had the game on in the background. I was like, they're losing because I'm watching. Like, I shouldn't be this committed to this. So the last game happened and he was here and I didn't watch it. I went downstairs. And he just came downstairs and threw his clothes in his closet. And he was and I said, oh, I'm so sorry, babe. And I said, I don't know what happened. Like, they were so strong at the gate. And he goes, I really don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't even know if I'm going to like hockey in 6 months. I'm giving my tickets back. And then he just went in the shower.
Oh, no.
I mean, he wasn't yelling at me, but I've never seen Chris upset. Like, Chris is the most calm person. Like, he has never spoke badly about someone. He's never yelled. He's never been like, this shit. Like, I hate it here. He literally like looked at me and then he was like, I can't talk about this anymore. And I was like, oh my God. Okay.
Well, this is like every man with a sport, but times a million. Like, they'll punch the TV, which is like, I always like never understand that because I'm like,
Is it
They
your
don't care about you
team?
back.
Yeah.
I know. And then the next morning he apologized.
Oh,
And he was like, sorry for my energy last night. And I was like, it's okay. And then I was like, it was kind of sexy. I was like,
no.
a new man with
Well,
rage.
because it's like it's novelty for you. If you were dating a guy that was as psychotic as most men out there about their teams,
Totally.
you know,
It's the biggest.
Well, he kind of told me to shut up. And I was like, me? Shut up?
Ooh, let me get on my tassels.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. What
Poor
else do you want,
Chris.
Daddy? You want me to be quiet? Anyway.
That's so funny.
My good week is I crowd idea'd Chris's birthday. So I went on Instagram a few weeks before his birthday, which was last week. And I was like, what do I get this person? Like, we have everything. We're so happy. We can't go anywhere. Like, what do you get your husbands for their birthday? We talked about this a little bit for Zach's 40th too. Like, it is, what are you going to do? Like, what are we going to do? And so then someone suggested, make him do the love language test. So I did. And then his love language was quality time, which I was like, oh God. So
good luck.
Anyway, I ended up for his birthday. Thank you to all of our Ladygang members who gave me this idea. I did a day of Chris. So I gave him a postcard and I made a little schedule on Canva and I printed out in color. And so at 11, we went and had buckle face massages and scalp treatments. Then we got fancy coffees and we went and had pedicures. Then we went to
a Chris day?
Yeah, because he loves to spend time with me and he also is like flying. He loves a spa.
Okay. All right.
He does love a spa. Like, I know it sounds like a me day. It was great. But no. Then listen, then we went to Erewhon and because, like he loves an Erewhon snack. So we had like all the sides. We ate the Erewhon. Then I took him to Viore and Aloe at the mall and nothing fit him, but he did get a jacket. So I was like, we can go on a shopping spree for travel clothes because he's always like wearing jeans on planes. And I'm like, it's so weird. You need a sweatsuit. Yeah. So then we did that. Then we went for a couples massage. And then we went to this place called Fred Parker, which is here in Los Angeles. And they have a salt room. We got the couples massage in the salt room. And then we had a somatic healing where we laid on our back and we did breath work and the sound bath. And
you did this all in one day?
Mm-hmm. It was
Holy
like every
shit.
hour was something fabulous for Chris. And then we came home and we did naked stretching.
Oh, together? Was he naked?
Well, yeah, but I was stretching.
I was like, did you see his butthole while he was naked stretching?
He doesn't stretch. I stretched in an outfit. And it was the perfect day. And so, you know what? Like a pedicure was like $20. Like it wasn't that expensive. Like, and it was just great. And the somatic healing was so cool. They do like breathing and like the sound bath and stuff. And it was great. And he was very happy with his day of Chris. So thank you to the Ladygang.
That sounds amazing. I want that day.
Me too.
Honestly, it was kind of like when you're like, oh my God, it's your birthday. Let's get a couples massage. I'm like, great for me.
That's
yeah.
nice.
I mean, you got to experience it all too.
Yeah, exactly.
I love
all right.
it.
When we come back, allegedly, what's happening?
The Ladygang.
Okay, first, allegedly, what's happening? I know you think I'm going to talk about the Met Gala, but there's something more important happening in pop culture. What? Elizabeth Hurley and Billy Ray Cyrus are dating.
What the is going on?
Jack and I discussed this on our flight home from Florida. We saw a tabloid with them on it. It is so weird.
How did they?
They were in a Hallmark movie together.
They were?
Yes.
Recently?
Like 2022. So I think he was with someone else.
No, he was like dating somebody else until very recently. Wasn't he? Like another lady?
Yes, and he had another lady. And then they broke up and I guess he was like having a hard time and he like texted Elizabeth Hurley. Wait, is it Elizabeth Hurley? Yeah.
Yeah.
The punching up in this situation is insane.
Also,
she is so stunning. And he is Billy Ray Cyrus.
He has like keratin treated long straight hair right now. It is the ugliest look on a man I could ever imagine. When men have long hair, it needs to have texture.
Yeah, it needs to have a wave.
Like Jared.
Jared.
A wave and a shine. Don't try to blow it out,
Not even
Billy.
the shine.
No,
you can even
shine.
lose the shine. But Billy Ray Cyrus looks like my Jewish aunt just got back from her keratin treatment and she's looking silky smooth.
It looks like some of my cheap wigs from Amazon at Enos that Derek
also,
wears.
I recently saw somehow on my Explore page some sort of music video that he did with his weird hair. And I thought it was a parody music video. It was the weirdest vibe I could have ever imagined. And I'm fairly certain there's some sort of problem going on in his life because his children are posting things on Instagram, like public letters to their dad to basically get his shit together. So this whole thing is this nightmare.
It's very I'm looking at the photos. They did like a photo shoot, which I don't understand why.
They had to hard launch. They know what the internet wants.
Jack, don't knock it. You and Jerry, you've done many a photo shoot together.
But it's me and Jared who like belong together, you know?
Oh, shit. Okay.
It's not Elizabeth Hurley and Billy Ray Cyrus just started dating and they're doing a professional photo shoot of them like in a yard.
It's so strange.
It's very bizarre.
Okay. Speaking of strange, we've got a new season of Morven Wives coming up and they're on their press tour right now. And they're just, everyone else needs to buck the f up because these girls are doing it. Taylor Frankie Paul basically let us Weekly know about her soft swinging party. And I quote, "We did have sex in the shower with our husbands all together. Ugh. We also had sex in the same bed at the same time.
No.
Blindfolds were involved and she just says, for season 2, I'm excited I'm not the only one admitting things anymore. First of all, shower sex, in my opinion, and it might be because Chris is so tall, horrible. Soaps in my eyes. I know you guys love it.
It's just quick and easy
cold,
and clean.
I'm wet.
Also, it's good because I feel like with germs, it's very germy to have that many people engaging in sexual activity in one spot. It kills the germs, like the steam of it all, and there's clean. You don't have to smell anybody. Like
maybe there's so much steam you can't see,
and you can't see.
Well, they have blindfolds on,
but in the shower, that's very dangerous.
Slippery.
Just the Mormon wives are so wild,
dude. They understand the assignment. That's it. Really is. It's like I was watching this new show on Netflix. They're so dumb. Any like Netflix show now is so contrived because it's like people know what they're doing. They're going on. They want to be an influencer. Mormon wives were already influencers, and just there's something about them that's so raw, and they bring it naturally. Like they don't even have to try. And there's nothing else like it. Like the authenticity of it, there really is nothing else like it.
There's nothing like a formerly suppressed or formerly repressed woman.
Yes.
You know, when they finally find themselves in their freedom, they don't waste it. They're not like, I didn't just spend 15 years in the Mormon church to be told I couldn't do anything or wear something or whatever. It's once you're free, you're free. I love it. I think we should all act like formerly repressed women.
I agree. I'm very interested in that Miranda girl, the blonde one that's coming in because she was part of the soft swinging party and she refused to do season 1, but now she seems like she's a little bit of a latcher on her because she saw the success of season 1. So now she wants to be in season 2, but I am interested in it because none of the other cast was part of the original swinging controversy.
With Taylor.
Yeah, with Taylor.
All right. Met Gala. So much to talk about, but Rihanna debuted her baby bump.
And she looked so cute. I loved her outfit.
So cute.
Did she not debut her last pregnancy at the Met Gala?
One was at the Super Bowl.
Oh, maybe it was
there's a Super Bowl. Like she's going to give you a reveal, if you will. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I kind of had a feeling she was pregnant because she did like a Fenty Beauty thing and she was wearing like a dress that had a giant flower on the belly. And I was like, oh, I wonder. But I thought it was so cute the way that she did it. Like a corset on the baby bump was so cute.
She just always brings it. She's always so good.
I know. It's like, thank God for her. Like, that's how I feel about the Met Gala. I'm like, what's happening over there? Like,
and Zendaya brings it.
Oh, yeah, she was amazing.
Always. She never fails. Except for somebody was wearing an outfit that was like almost identical to hers.
Yeah.
I don't know who it was, but obviously she wins any competition.
If Zendaya were 5'3", though, she wouldn't crush it, even in the same outfit.
I agree.
That's what's disappointing.
Well, she has model proportions.
She's just perfect. So you
Yeah.
could really put anything on her, and then it elevates it by a million.
A zillion percent. But what I love about that look, which I didn't know, is that it was a play. You know, she just got engaged to the Spider-Man guy.
Yeah.
Who?
Zendaya? Tom Holland?
Yeah.
So the white suit was an ode to Bianca Jagger's City Hall wedding suit.
That was the coolest.
Yeah. And so that she's like in her bridal era. Cause I was like, oh, it's just like so simple for her. Like I wasn't expecting something like that. But yeah, it was because it's like it was inspired by her. Isn't that cool?
Who was behind the white?
Did you see
Wait, who's that?
Jenna Ortega's that was just rulers?
I didn't see it.
Oh, hers was so cool.
Oh, rulers like for the tailoring.
I don't know if you can.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Who was in that? Who was hiding behind the giant
Oh, yeah.
thing coming out of the Carlisle? Do you even know?
Nobody knows.
I have no idea. It might have been Rihanna. Although, like, I felt like, I felt a little bit disappointed in the Met because I always feel disappointed if like Jennifer Lopez isn't there. Like I just feel like it's not really a red carpet unless she's like there in spark. Like everyone was in suits and like tailoring, and she would come in like an illusion gown, and I missed that.
No, she would literally come in the same gown that she's come in every year.
Yes.
With like the droplets on it.
Yeah,
Well,
I love that for her.
Not
She's
on
also
theme.
royalty. So this is like the closest thing we get to our royalty, right? The
Yes.
Hollywood royalty. And she is, forever will be, no matter what she's doing, no matter what movie just crashed, no matter what marriage just ended. It doesn't matter.
Tour just bombed.
Yeah, it's just got to be there. And she's, it's sad. It's not really.
Yeah. We missed her. There was like, where's Giselle? Like I needed a few more triple A-listers,
Yeah.
you know, but they're in a rock and a hard place, in my opinion, for the Met Gala, because a few years ago, whoever on the brands team was like, we really need the influencers. And so they invited like all the influencers, and then all the A-list stars were like, we're not going anymore. Like, I don't want to be. And James Charles, I'm sure you're great, but like, they were like, I'm Jennifer Lopez. Like, we're not in the same photo. Do you know what I
Were
mean?
there a lot of influencers there this year?
No.
Way
I
less.
didn't think so. Yeah.
Way less. Okay. Speaking of influence, Kristen Cavallari has her new docuseries on E! It's all about her tour. She's going out with Justin Anderson, who we love. But she basically like put out the trailer for the show, and Kristen she understands, again, the assignment. She knows how to give us a television show. So her trailer for the show is basically her talking about Harry Jowsey giving her, like sending her a dick pic. Like she's just outing him and that he had a massive dick.
Yeah. Well,
This is a girl who she knows what she has to do. She knows what her lane is. She knows what we want from her. I just really appreciate somebody who doesn't try to change. She's not trying to reinvent the wheel. We fell in love with her for her showing us the good, the bad, the ugly with her dating, all the things, Laguna Beach. And she's giving it to us as a middle-aged millennial woman. And I love it. And Justin Anderson is so funny. I'm excited for it.
well, she's just never changed.
Never.
Like she's just stayed so authentically her. And yeah, she hasn't ever tried to like be something she's not, which I love.
Even though I hate that she did go on her podcast and talk about how she doesn't wear sunscreen.
Oh. She still looks amazing.
Yeah, no, she looks great. I mean, for now, but it was a really big. It was like one big commercial for why you shouldn't wear sunscreen with some quack, and I felt I felt like she wasn't using her platform appropriately.
Yes, she was not Laguna Beaching the way we needed her to Laguna Beach.
Yeah. Oh, but speaking of, in that same trailer, there was some comment about who she had been on a date with, and Justin Anderson yelled out Top Gun. And I'm pretty sure that would have meant Glenn Powell. Yes.
Oh.
Which I love the juiciness. And then that brings me to, this might be on your list, Kelty, but I've been served on Instagram. Sydney Sweeney was seen post breaking up of her engagement, flirting with Machine Gun Kelly and Patrick Schwarzenegger at the same event in Vegas. And I was just watching her thinking, girl, soak it in, because I remember those moments in your life where you're newly single and there's two guys, two options right there, and you get to flirt with both of them in the same place. It was just, her body language was like, I am single and I am hot and I am thriving.
She's been waiting for this moment.
Ugh, I'm so proud.
Wait, so is Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox are
They're
broken
done.
up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I saw something about them like co-parenting their kid.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah, they burned out as quickly as they.
I mean, I'm not surprising.
You just shouldn't like wear each other's blood. Like in general, just be boring. Like just be boring, be happy. You don't need to be like making a death pact with the blood around the neck, Angelina Jolie.
Yeah. Wear sweats to Gelson's. Like just be normal.
Just be normal. It's not that hard.
Just be normal. Okay. So speaking of celebrity couples, Gigi Hadid and Bradley Cooper, they've been together for a while, but they finally went Instagram official.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. She posted something about him, right?
On her 30th birthday. He threw a big birthday party for her.
I mean,
I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I don't feel it one way or another, I guess.
Here's how I feel. I feel that Bradley Cooper is like most male actors. I believe deep down inside of him, he's the most insecure man that ever lived. And I think that he is with a very gorgeous, beautiful, smart woman. However, she's 20 years younger than him, maybe more. So I don't doubt they have some things in common. However, I just have trouble believing that this is like what relationships, like it's going to last the testament of time.
Sure.
Yeah, like Endgame.
And I think he's probably going to become, if not already, extremely possessive. And she's going to get 5 years down the road and feel like he's stolen her youth. And the tip of his nose is going to sag even more.
Big ears.
The ears are going to keep growing.
The ears keep growing forever.
And I just think that I'm not wishing them ill. I'm happy that they are where they're at and they're loving life together. I just, I don't want this for her.
Yeah. I really just feel, like you said, Kelty, like no way about it. Like it's just kind of a little bit like random.
Mm-hmm.
Like just like if I could go back, like think of your 30th birthday party.
Yeah, I didn't want to a 50-year-old, I'll tell you that much.
You know, I had a period where I was dating guys that were like 15-ish years older than me. And then the one that had a sciatica really threw me off. But then now I'm married to a man that has early onset sciatica.
Not early onset sciatica.
No,
it's because he plays guitar.
No, it's just because he just has sciatica. No, he has it because his dad, it's genetic. His dad has it. But I was like, that was always the mark of like, I'm dating men way too old for me because they have sciatica.
Yeah, but it's like the double whammy, you know? It's different. It's fine. But I don't know.
But yeah, there's definitely, I mean, it works for some people, but then it also, there could be a disconnect. So I don't know.
Okay, last thing. I think this is insane. And even as Kelty Knight of E! News, I didn't know the whole story. So Kim Kardashian, remember when she got robbed at gunpoint in Paris, which was horrific.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a group of guys, like 17 guys. The
granny,
are you doing this on First Degree?
Yeah, I actually have a whole thing pulled up on a doc right now for it.
Okay, so the trial is beginning. But what is so crazy is that one of the robbers confessed and wrote a memoir about it called I Held Up Kim Kardashian or I Robbed Kim Kardashian. Like, what did you think was going to happen?
Yeah, it's called I Kidnapped Kim Kardashian. Eunice Abbas.
Yeah.
Who acted as a lookout for the heist, is now writing his book, his memoir.
No, it's out.
Oh, it's out?
It's already out.
Can you do that? I mean, I guess.
I guess you can, but you're going to go to jail.
I have a conspiracy.
What? Oh, God.
Okay, I know. It's about Dorit.
It's Dorit adjacent. Okay. This is not me saying anything. This is me.
Wait, did Dorit get robbed? I thought it was Erica Jane.
Dorit got robbed.
Okay.
So, and then anyways, I don't want to, if I was a conspiracy theorist, I'm not saying this is my theory, but I'm just allowing my brain to explore. I have a great imagination, so don't sue me.
Okay.
What if, this robbery was orchestrated? It was a mutual agreed upon press.
Wait, are we talking about Kim or are we talking about Dorit?
Kim.
Okay.
It was an agreed upon consensual robbery, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, well, I don't want just money for this. I also want fame from this.
The robbers wanted
The
fame?
robber. And notoriety. So what if Kris Jenner was like, fine.
Oh my God.
The publisher is Kris Jenner Incorporated?
She's like, I'll get your book published. And even though this is going to obviously, get you caught, we will go through the trial. You will be guilty, but you will have this book. You will be famous. And then we will, quote, put you in jail and you will, quote, serve your time. But really, he never sees jail because Kris Jenner is like, we're going to just, I think there's a lot of people we think get convicted and go to jail and then they never do. Who checks in on these people? What'd you say? Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like who checks in? So that's the only reason I think anybody would ever write a book about.
Well, they were like career criminals. Like they called them like the what was it?
The grandpa gang or something.
Grandpa robbers, but they were like career criminals and they were old. Like the one guy that did the whole thing is 68 years old, old Omar, the guy that was like in
Not
charge
old
of the whole thing.
Omar.
And but they're old. Maybe they're just like, oh, I guess I don't believe that conspiracy theory, and I believe a lot of conspiracy theories, but like, yeah, I mean, the Kris Jenner knows no bounds with the things that she's going to do.
And Corey Gamble is
the silent orchestrator
to Diddy.
He's allegedly quite connected to Diddy's past.
Well, everyone in Hollywood is.
No, in a major way.
Okay, well, this was fun. We love and allegedly what's happening. We need to talk about Dari, but we'll save it for another day.
Her robbery?
Yeah. I have a theory too.
What is it?
Wait, just talk about it now.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know what happened.
So Dari was held up at gunpoint. She was home alone with her children. Her husband, PK, her former husband, PK, was in London. These guys run in. They make her take all of her stuff. And allegedly, she's begging them to just leave her phone because, so she can call whatever to get help. It was very weird circumstances. And they leave the gate and they leave her cell phone like on the post next to the gate to get into her house, which was odd. And then there was
when was this?
Years ago.
A couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
But then everybody was thinking it was fishy because PK owed a casino in Vegas something like $2 million. He was in debt $2 million for some gambling and stuff like that. And shortly after the robbery, he paid off his debts.
Oh.
So, and also certain things didn't go, like maybe it was her engagement ring or something. There were just things that like didn't add up for people that were like, why would anybody give a shit if they left your phone for you when they were holding you up? Like, why would they risk you having a phone to call the police any sooner?
The one thing that would get them caught sooner.
Right.
Yeah.
And also the things that coincidentally didn't go missing, the things she was able to hold on to. So yeah. What's your conspiracy, Kelty?
Wait, did they ever get caught?
No.
Nobody knows who did it?
Mm-mm.
I
don't think she knew.
I don't think she knew.
Mm-mm.
I don't think she knew. And
So do you think that he planned it and told them like not to hurt her and to steal the stuff for insurance money?
I don't know. There's something shady because now they're getting divorced and like all of the paperwork is coming out about, the finances and all these things. And he had taken out these loans. And I don't know. To be honest with you, I think at this moment, a lot of this reporting, I say in air quotes, is from like tabloid reporting, which is like you can like ask a muffin at Whole Foods, like if he was in debt and the muffin says, yes, he was, and that's your source. Like that's a bad example. But essentially like it's not the real sort of celebrity reporters that have to have two sources. And, so it's a little bit like tabloidy at the moment, but it just feels so strange because it does feel like he maybe was in some debt and she clearly did not know about this. Like even when I watched a little bit of last season, she was talking about like how the house was in foreclosure and she didn't know and it was news to her and she asked him and he was like, I'm not paying the bill until they change something. And like, I mean, I'm on the alerts for my mortgage. Like I don't, there's some wives that they're just not involved in the finances. They're just like, okay, cool. I'm going to raise the kids. Or I don't know what their arrangement was, but it seems like she was not in on it. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It just seems I have no idea. My feeling in my gut is that he planned it and then she wasn't supposed to be home. Like, I think maybe, and it wasn't probably him calling God, this is so bad, but like, it probably wasn't him calling the robbers, but I bet like, what if it was like a friend of a friend of a friend who was like, we're going to set this up. This happens. You get the insurance money. Like, you're good. Because when you're at your wit's end and you're that many $1 million
Desperate.
in debt, allegedly, like desperate measures, man.
Yeah. No.
I have no idea. I feel a lot of sadness for her.
Me too.
Because I feel like she just is like having whiplash. Like the Dorit we're seeing on TV is not the Dorit that sat with us at Ladygang. That confident, fun, sexy, in control. Like, it's just so sad to watch.
Well, I also look at her and I look at people like Lala who meet these men, these quote powerful men when they're young. And the men love bomb them and they make them think that they're going to be it's going to be their Cinderella story. And any woman would be down. Most women would be like, "Oh my God, you're nice, you're kind, you're funny,
buying me jewelry,
you're buying me, you're flying me places,
traveling,
right." And I think that it's always been a house of cards. What I feel with PK is that it's always been a house of cards, and there's never been like maybe any real wealth there since Boy George's heyday, because that's who he represents as a manager, which is like his only client, I think.
Yeah.
So it does feel like when that house starts to fall, the women really never know it's happening because they've just been under this guise of like, we have so much abundance. And then they get probably very desperate, these men, to keep it up. And that's why I didn't feel like the robbery was that far-fetched of a theory.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time something like that has happened.
Really?
No. Insurance fraud.
Just in general?
Yeah.
It happens fucking all
People
the time.
burn their houses down all the time to get insurance money.
People kill their spouses all the time for insurance money.
People leave their cars in sketchy neighborhoods with the doors unlocked, hoping they'll get stolen for insurance money.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't be that far-fetched.
Which I think is really funny.
Well, as the wife of another music manager, I can tell you can't afford to buy head-to-toe Louis Vuitton on a music manager commission.
Right.
I'm going to just let you know. You had to like invent ketchup. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can't do that on any income.
I'm so sorry.
You have to have generational wealth.
She dressed like a billionaire's wife. Truly.
Yeah.
Like that's like a
But even my billionaire friends kind of shop at Zara sometimes. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they can't, not every time. They're not buying off the runway every time.
Yeah, but if they were on Real Housewives, they would be like dressing like that.
You would dress up, yeah.
So it's just
You're
that
right.
she was, which I don't blame her. Also, I have to say it was not wasted money. She always looked amazing. I feel like
I know. I love
she
her
of
outfits.
all the housewives had very few moments where she didn't nail it. And that is with the glam and the outfit.
Even a head-to-toe logo, she always looked good.
It's crazy. It's crazy. She's just one of those
and
people.
built the brand. Like now the renaissance of it will be fabulous.
Yeah.
Like she definitely is best dressed. Okay, well anyway, sorry to you, Dorit, if this is not what we should talk about, but you go, girl. Your divorce is chic.
Yep.
You smoke that cigarette and you rebuild that life, girl.
Amen.
Okay.
All right. We will
See you next Tuesday.
Tuesday.